Hello there, and welcome to Homeschooling Adventures. My name is PJ Rauli, and in today's video, we are going to be looking at the demand relationships, and in particular, we are going to be looking at the demand relationships for substitute products. Okay. Now, what we now need to understand is when we talk about substitute goods, these are goods that are used to replace each other. In other words, when we use this product or when we go to the shops, we are not going to buy both products, but we will choose to buy either this one or the other one. And normally these products, they are intended at serving the same purpose. Okay. Now, when we talk about substitute goods, an example of substitute goods is you can look at things like tea and coffee. When you go to a coffee shop, it's either you buy a cup of tea or you are going to buy a cup of coffee. Okay, you cannot buy both tea and coffee, but you buy either or. Okay, so those are substitute products. Now, what are substitute products? Someone might be asking. Substitute products are those products that are used to replace each other. Okay, like I remember when we were still young and we were still at school, you would understand that the sports master or the coach would sometimes substitute. In other words, would take out a player and replace that player with another player. In the case of a goalkeeper, would replace a goalkeeper with another goalkeeper. Okay, so what is happening there? These are people that have the same skills. Okay, they have the same abilities. Okay, and they can serve the same purpose. Okay, so when we talk about substitutes, these are goods that can be used interchangeably. Or these are goods that serve the same purpose. Okay, and for example, we looked at tea and coffee. Okay, so someone might be wondering, how then do we present this? Now, you would now need to understand that from our price theory, we have understood that when the price of one product goes down, the demand for that particular product goes up. Okay, and when the price of the other product goes up, the demand for that product goes down. Okay, this is what we call a demand relationship. Okay, and it would now mean that if we were to present it on a graph like this, then we are going to have this one as my demand curve. Okay, and then we are going to have this one as my supply curve, and probably this one is my equilibrium point. It would now mean that originally maybe these people were demanding in terms of quantity. In terms of quantity, maybe they were demanding 10 units, and these units were valued at 15 rands. Okay, so they were demanding 10 units at 15 rand each. Okay, now when the price of this product, if we are dealing with substitutes, then we are saying this one is demand relationship on substitutes. Okay, now if we have these substitutes, and I'm just looking at an example of probably we are talking about tea, a cup of tea, and we have the other one on the other hand. That's our demand, that's our supply. And then on the other end, we are saying it's a cup of coffee. Okay, probably the original price for coffee was maybe 15 rands as well. And then maybe the quantity that was being demanded was 20. Okay, now this is what we are saying. So if we look at these two products, a cup of coffee and a cup of tea, these are said to be substitutes. So what happens is, if we have a reduction in the price of the cup of tea, okay, it is going to result in the reduction in the price would mean that the price has gone down. Probably it has gone down to 10 rands. If that happens, then it means we are going to have an increase in the cup of teas that are going to be demanded. okay, probably from 10 to probably 20, okay. It means customers are going to demand more of our cup of teas because we have reduced the price, okay. So that results in an increase in our demand for the cup of teas, okay, resulting in this shift here, okay. Now, if this happens, then it has a negative effect on substitutes, because remember, people now are buying more of the cup of teas. Then it would mean that the cup of coffees that are going to be demanded, they are going to go down, which forces this demand curve to shift to the left, okay, forming a new demand curve that I'm going to call D1. Now at demand curve D1, the price for a cup of coffee has remained unchanged. In other words, it did not change. It is still pegged at 15 rands. So what will it do? It would now mean that people are going to demand less, probably from 20 all the way down to 5. Okay? Now, why are people demanding less on the cups of coffee? It is because they are going to buy the substitute, which in this case is a cup of tea, which has decreased in price, resulting in an increase in the quantity that is being demanded. Okay, so this is what happens when the price of a substitute goes down. Okay, and then you can also look at when the price increases. When the price increases from 15 where it was originally, probably to somewhere like 25 rands, for example. Okay, what it is going to do is, on the cup of teas, it's going to force the demand for cup of teas to reduce from what? From 10 cup of teas that were demanding, probably to 5 cup of teas that are going to be demanded. So it would now mean that this decrease in the quantity that is being demanded is as a result of the increase in the price of the cup of teas. But these people that are now demanding less on the cup of teas, they are going to end up buying the substitute, which in this case is coffee. Okay, because remember, these substitutes, they serve the same purpose, so they are going to demand more cups of coffee, which has remained the same price. Okay, the price of coffee did not change, so they will demand more on the cups of coffee, pushing the demand curve to the right to form a new demand curve that I'm going to call D2. Okay, D2. Now, at this point, we are saying the demand curve has shifted to the right. And what did it do? It ended up, the price of coffee has remained unchanged at 15 rands, which now means that, let's see what quantity is now going to be demanded. The people are now going to demand probably 40. Okay? Now, this increase in the quantity of cups of coffee that are being demanded is as a result of the increase in the price of the substitute, which in this case is tea. Okay, if the tea price goes up, then it means the people are going to demand more of the other alternative. Now, this is the relationship that we need to understand. When we are dealing with substitutes, an increase in the price of tea or product A is going to result in an increase in the quantity of product B, which is the substitute, in this case coffee, that is going to be demanded. Okay, so in those products, they are said to be substitute products. If a decrease in the price results in also a decrease in the quantity that is being demanded, then it would mean that those products are substitutes. Okay, so you need to understand that relationship. Okay, now this is all that we had on demand relationships, and specifically looking at substitute products, when the price increases and when the price decreases. If you like the video, click the like button and remember to subscribe to the channel. All the best in your studies. Good luck. I'm out.